What if Deku joined Team JPDE? Chapter 17. Reading Smut. Monday. Day 50. Bella was currently out on the balcony of their safe house. Bella. Please stop being so antsy, a voice said. Go away. I'll explode you, Bella said. No, I don't believe you will, the voice said. You're wrong. I'm this much away from exploding you, Bella said. You're also grounded because of what happened yesterday. And you don't want to cause any further trouble for Weza, Thilla said. Moo. Why is Weza the boss's favorite? I was here first, Bella said. You're also the most unstable and dangerous of the group and have shown severe lapses in judgment over the years. Cyclically, Thilla said. Who are you calling unstable, Bella asked. The person standing in front of me, Thilla said. You're no fun, Bella said. I'm sorry, Thilla said. I'd rather you be scared than sorry, Bella said. I'm afraid I can't be, Thilla said. Oh, well. I guess I'll just be a good girl and rest. I need to look healthy for when I next meet Big Brother. Right, Bella said. Bella, could you please explain what brought this on? You're taking about our target, right? Thilla asked. Yes. But he's also my big brother, Bella said. Why? Is he your big brother? Thilla asked. Because the boss said so, Bella said. I beg your pardon, Thilla said. It's because of my semblance that we need to take Big Brother alive, isn't it? So I asked the boss to show me what he was like. And he was so cool. The boss showed me how he fought, how he was going to explode himself with Howard to protect that bunny girl, before the green one showed up and kicked Howard's ass. I want him to protect me like that as well, Bella said. Protect you from what? Thilla asked. That's right. From what, indeed? Well, it doesn't matter. I can find him something to protect me from later. The boss promised to give him to me. I'm going to take a nap. Later, Bella said. Bella then went inside. Bella, you, Thilla said. Before classes started for the day, Deku had received a message notification from his scroll. He didn't have time to look at it before school start, but now that lessons were over he had a look at how sent the message. The message was from Neo. I'm so bored. 5 minutes away from stabbing one of these numbskulls with a stiletto, Neo texted. Sorry to hear that. But if you kill them, it will put a dent into your operations in Vale, Deku texted. Hey. Me and my partner are all that we need to be on top. But our work has piled up, so we have to use these numbskulls. I can't get a break, Neo texted. Good news for me then, Deku texted. Moo. You wouldn't be saying that with a stiletto in your skull, Neo texted. But you would have to get close to me to do that. And you coming to Beacon is a very bad idea for you, Deku texted. I'm a criminal that hasn't been caught once. And I have my ways to get to you without being caught. And lucky for you, I have a free weekend, Neo texted. A free weekend, huh? Didn't you say you had to babysit? Anyways, I'll be ready for you. No stilettos in my skull, Deku texted. Tuesday. Day 51. Deku had gone to Team JNPR's room as he and Nora had an exchanged scroll numbers, so he had to ask her personally. Good afternoon, Ijuku, Ren said. Hey, Ren. How's it going, Deku asked. Quite well, thank you. You're here to meet Nora, Ren asked. Yeah. In the aftermath of what happened. We forgot to exchange numbers, and I was quite tired as well, Deku said. I know the feeling. Also, sorry for dumping Nora on you, Ren said. It's alright. I could have said no to Nora. But I did not expect her to drain so much energy out of me. I spent the rest of the day sleeping, Deku said. Oh wow. Was your bed that comfortable, Ren asked. You could say that, Deku said with a small blush. Also, I must thank you for focusing Nora's excesses on someone else, for once. I've always been the sole recipient for as long as I can remember. So, it was a welcome break, Ren said. As long as you can remember. So your childhood friends, Deku asked. Something of the like, yes. We've grown up together and, well, we pretty much always only had each other, for better or worse, so I've become most familiar with her inner workings, Ren said. I see, Deku said. And, on that matter, I guess you are here to accept Nora's offer. Are you absolutely sure of that, Ren asked. I am. To be honest, something kept me up that night, which is why I got so tired so quickly. But now I have plenty of energy, Deku said. I see, but are you, Ren said. Hocket pockety wockety whack, abracadabra nako. Hi, Ijuku, Nora said. Hi Nora, Deku said. Hi. What brings you to my neck of the woods, Nora asked. We didn't exchange scroll number last time, and so, Deku said. Oh, right, and after I asked if you wanted to exercise together, too. So sorry. Mind getting on top of that, Ren? Gotta go running and I'm already running late, Nora said. Of course, Nora. I'll see you later, Ren said. Nora then left the room. You like her gym clothes, Ren asked. Huh? What? Deku asked. You were staring at her. Anyway, her outfit will be the least of your problems when it comes to a training session with Nora, Ren said. Don't worry. I've been through plenty of training. I think I'll be able to keep up with her, Deku said. While I don't doubt you on that. I thought it best to warn you. But Nora is very, very active. Though she might still feel sorry for you, so she may go easy on you. I lost that luxury a long time ago, Ren said. I guess being friends for that long has made you her go-to person, Deku said. Yep. But in time you will become one too. And with the two of us, we can split the load, Ren said. Right. So how long have you been together, Deku asked. We're not, Ren said. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have assumed, Deku said. It's fine, we can give off that impression. And it's not like we didn't try, it just didn't stick, Ren said. I'm sorry to hear that, Deku said. It's fine. And the other thing I'd fine too, Ren said. The other thing, Deku asked. You seem the kind of person who tends to overthink things. I just wanted to reassure you that it's fine to be physically attracted to Nora, since you're not intruding on anyone's relationship with lascivious thoughts, Ren said. Are you always this direct, Deku asked. Sometimes, it's the only way to get through to her. It's a sharpened weapon against the onslaught of sloth calls. Anyway, you're going to need a lot of stamina to keep up with Nora. I'd advise against making an attempt until you're confident about it, Ren said. I'll keep that in mind. Can never be too prepared, Deku said. Wednesday. Day 52. Today's combat class hadn't been as grueling as usual. Something smells fishy, Evelyn said. I know, right? It's like she wants us to save our energy, David said. Like they don't want us to injure ourselves heavily or tire us out, Penny said. Knowing that, Miss Goodwitch probably has something big planned for us, Deku said. Well, looks like we're about to find out, Jack said. The five looked down to the arena to see Glinda and Peach. That's Professor Peach. What is she here for, David asked. She's probably on to Miss Goodwitch's dastardly plan. After luring us into a false sense of security, she will now strike, Evelyn said. Please settle down, students. We have an announcement to make, Glinda said. Hope that you liked Glinda going easy on you for once, because it won't happen again, Peach said. What Professor Peach is trying to say is that I thought it would be best to save your strength for this weekend. The faculty is planning a special event, Glinda said. And by faculty, we of course mean this beauteous duo. We're going to have a few exhibition matches this Sunday, open to the public as a preview to the Vittle Festival, Peach said. I don't get it. What does this have to do with the Vittle Festival, David asked. Oh. I'm sorry, David, we didn't tell you. The main event of the Vittle Festival is a battle tournament between the schools, Penny said. Excuse me? You mean teams from different schools fight each other, David asked. Even from the same school, if the brackets are just right. It's a big old slugger fest, Evelyn said. There are different rounds and rules of engagement. Going from team battles to duo battles and ending up with single one-on-one battles, Jack said. It's got a live audience and it's broadcasted all over Remnant, Penny said. So, the reason students from 4 academies gather together periodically is to take part in a blood sport, David asked. Basically, Deku said. Wow, partner. When you say it like that you make it sound really bad, Jack said. What part about punching each other in the face for the sake of entertaining people is good, David asked. It's not only that. Hunters are the protectors of humanity against the Grim. A showcase of their power serves to make people feel safer, Evelyn said. Although, maybe having them fight Grim instead of other humans would be more effective, Penny said. There will be 3 events in total, all taking place in this arena. A team fight, a 2-on-2 battle, and a 1-on-1 duel, Glinda said. The contestants will be picked randomly from the Beacon first and second year student body, since we couldn't get authorization from other schools on such short notice. We will announce the results during my class, tomorrow. You can of course refuse. Just remember to say it to me very loudly in front of everyone. But remember that if it's a team battle, one retirement means retirement of everyone on the team or coupling, Peach said. Why do you care so much, Penny, David asked. Hey. You're not going to ask about me, Evelyn asked. Does he really though? I mean, you're thinking of ways to make a fool out of someone in front of an audience, Deku said. Or. You two really know me inside out, Evelyn said. It's because I want to test myself, David, Penny said. And you can't do that in a normal training session, David asked. Partner, you know that's not the same thing as a competition, Jack said. Fine. I promise not to refuse if I get picked for a team battle, David said. Also, this gives us an opportunity, Jack said. Huh? An opportunity to do what, David asked. To get our target Bella on neutral, safer ground, Jack said. Deku had decided to go to the amphitheater to help Neon with her insults. Hey, Broccoli, Neon said. Hi, Neon, Deku said. Hey. Nothing, Neon asked. Yeah. Like I said, I've taken a lot of insults, so I'm used to it. Also, that was a pretty lame one, to be honest, Deku said. It's the best I could come up with. I need to find what strikes a nerve, Neon said. Shall we start then, Deku asked. Let's. Now, have you ever insulted anyone? Apart from me, of course, Neon said. No. I've never insulted anyone, even in the heat of the moment, Deku said. I see. Though insulting in the heat of the moment is not what we're going to experiment on, here. We're here for wit. We need sharp attacks. The verbal destruction of your opponent's ego to make them misstep. That can't really happen if you're feeling heated up, Neon said. I see, Deku said. Now. It's fine that you haven't insulted anyone, other than yours truly. It does make you a lot worse than the average person, but we can fix that. And considering your wit last time, I'd say you only need a push in the right direction, Neon said. Okay. Push me in the direction then, Deku said. Well, you are already going in the wrong direction. I just gave you a backhanded compliment. It sounds like a genuine one, but it's actually an insult, Neon said. Ah. I may have accidentally done that to Professor Peach, Deku said. Huh? Really, Neo asked. Yeah. I said something that could be taken as an insult to her mental age, Deku said. Well, she does act like a teen. That's why I like her so much. Anyway, that's what we need. You just need to reproduce that, Neon said. I'll try, Deku said. Good. Now try doing it to me, Neon said. Okay. Are you sure it isn't your body that makes people misstep, Deku said. I see no insult in that, Neon said. I was trying to imply that you are, Deku said. Oh. I see. That was a good start, but the execution needs work, Neon said. I have a long way to go then, Deku said. Thursday. Day 53. So, do you promise, Howard asked. I won't use my semblance on anything or anyone unless Weza tells me to, Bella said. And Howard said. I'm not going anywhere without Thilla, Bella said. Good girl, Howard said. Call me good girl again, Bella said. Howard, please stop antagonizing her, Thilla said. Hey, I don't get to be able to safely rib her just any time. Can you blame me, Howard asked. You said you wanted to go out, Bella, Thilla asked. Yes. I want to meet Big Brother again, Bella said. Right now, he's probably attending classes, though, Thilla said. Oh, you're right. I don't want to disturb his studies. But I don't know when I wouldn't be a bother without going to see him, Bella said. Oh, well, I guess since the plan has Weza's approval I can pitch in, Howard said. Hey, Bella said. I searched their dorm room, remember? It just so happens that, Howard said. Dust classes had now ended, though Professor Peach had not mentioned the couplings for the exhibition matches yet, which only means. All right, students. I'm happy that no one had any incidents mixing dust today, and I know you want to be as far as possible from this classroom as soon as possible, Peach said. Oh, you don't know the half of it, Ruby said. Ruby Weiss shouted. But we have some nominations to make, don't we? The students who will take part in the exhibition matches. I have the envelope. Are you ready to unveil its contents, Peach asked. Her question was met by silence. Students. I've asked you a question, Peach said. We are ready, Professor Peach Weiss said. Miss Schnee, you make this job worthwhile. First, for the team battle. We will have Team JNPR, from the first year, versus Team THND from the second year, Peach said. Wait, really? Against a second year team? I don't know about this, John said. Oh, do not even think about retiring, Leader Nora said. But it's a second year team, guys, John said. And we are Team JNPR, Nora said. I think this will be a good growth opportunity for you, John. We've never fought as a team against second year students, Pyrrha said. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, John. I understand your grievances, but we can do it. Trust us, Ren said. It's not you I don't trust, guys. But I guess we can take the risk. Word outcome, we get thoroughly humiliated by the second years, John said. No retirings. Great. For the 2-on-2 battle we have Penny Polendina and David Dikebegis from the first year. Versus Coco Adele and Velvet Scarlatina from the second year, Peach said. David. Did you hear that, Penny asked. Yes, David said. We're going to fight 2 second years. Together. Isn't that wonderful, Penny asked. No, it's not, David shouted. Bread for the toothless, Evelyn said. David. You don't want to fight with me, Penny asked. That's not I meant. I don't want to fight, period, David said. Hey, now. You promised, remember, Jack asked. I remember. But I want to state here, for the record, how much I dread the prospect, David said. Because of me, Penny asked. Penny, don't be silly. After everything that's happened, I trust you with my life. This is about the entertainment factor. Also, second years. There's probably an abyss between me and them. I don't want to drag you down, David said. It'll be okay, Penny said. Also, I know Velvet, but who's Coco, David asked. I can answer that, Deku said. But I won't let you boy toy. I'm going to introduce myself to Loverboy. Now turn and face perfection, Coco said. Coco, Velvet said. What? I dare you to find me someone with better style, partner, Coco said. Not the point. Hi, Evelyn. David. Ijuku, Velvet said. Hey, Bun Bun. Meet David and Ijuku's partner, Jack, and Penny, your worst nightmare, Evelyn said. Hey. So what brings you to this side of the classroom, Jack asked. Well, our conversations take place in real time, so Professor Peach is still waiting for answer. I wanted to hurry the proceedings along and be sure Loverboy doesn't chicken out, here Coco said. No worries. I made a promise. But why did you call Deku Boy Toy and me Loverboy, David asked. How could I not call you Loverboy? You have a way with words. And Boy Toy has what it takes to be one, Coco said. I've got enough nicknames, David said. Never got on from me. Consider it and advance on the ass kicking you'll get this Sunday, Coco said. You're funny, Penny laughed. Glad I am, but what exactly did I say that was so funny, Coco asked. Your assessment of the outcome of Sunday's match. It's so inaccurate it causes hilarity, Penny said. Is that so, Coco asked. Professor, no one is retiring here either. Can we please hurry, David shouted. Hey. But you were having a wonderful bonding experience, Peach said. Just do it, David shouted. Fine, fine. No need to reach your boiling point. And finally, for the single combat event we're gonna have 2 first years. Jacqueline B. Ivory and Weiss Schnee, Peach said. Moo, this is so unfair, Evelyn said. I know. Putting Jack up against Weiss with the state she's in right now, David said. I don't get to fight and make an absolute fool out of someone, Evelyn said. No, seriously. I give up, David said. It's okay, Evelyn. I don't get to fight either, Deku said. But I want to fight. Why are the others so lucky? I mean, I have my own rabbit's foot, Evelyn asked. Yeah, but doesn't it need to be cut off before becoming a lucky charm, Deku said. Never mind. I like my feet. And I'll bet you'll like them by my ears, Evelyn said, causing Deku to blush. Well. That was unexpected, Jack said. It's a random pick. It was expected as any other result, really, Weiss said. True. Well, I'm not going to quit if you aren't, Jack said. Deal, Weiss said. Weiss had invited Deku into Vale with her as thanks for helping her with the poster culprit. So Wes, what are we going to do on Vale? You never told me what you had planned, Deku said. That's because I want our date. I mean day. I want to surprise you with what I have planned, Weiss said. I see. May I ask where we are going, Deku asked. Well, where we are going first isn't a part of our day really. I just wanted to go to a dust shop and purchase a necklace that me and David found, Weiss said. I see. But what's a necklace ding in a dust shop, Deku asked. Because it has a dust crystal at the center. Actually, it's a combination of force and fire dust, Weiss said. I see, but isn't that just a necklace with a bomb strapped to it? You set the down wrong and kaboom, Deku said. Weiss chuckled. Maybe, but I'm sure it won't go kaboom as it is being sold, so it must be safe, Weiss said. Perhaps. But also, that's the sound it makes the day the warranty expires, Deku said. Weiss chuckled again. We'll have to wait and see, Weiss said. So why didn't you buy it the first time, Deku asked. Because I couldn't afford it then, Weiss said. Huh. I thought you were the daughter of Remnant's richest man, Deku asked. And most hated. Yes. But my allowance wasn't enough to buy it, so I had to save up, Wise said. You could have started working, Deku said. Gods know I may not like my father, but I'm still the heiress to the Shiny Dust Company. I can't be seen doing dirty work, Wise said. And yet you decided to become a huntress, Deku said. Not all hunter work is going out and killing some grim bothering a small village. Being a hunter can make you a celebrity. Just look at Pyrrha, Wise said. Fair enough, Deku said. The two then soon arrived at the dust shop. Wise then picked up the necklace and put it on before showing it to Deku. So, what do you think, Wise asked. It's a bit big, isn't it, Deku asked. Very flattering, Izuku, Wise said. But it's kind of is though. Wear that enough and your neck will be killing you. And I still think it's a bad idea to have what's essentially a bomb on your neck, Deku said. You're a very big realist, how, Wise asked. Sorry, Deku said. It's fine. It's a nice change from Ruby and Young, Wise said. What about Blake, Deku asked. I'd also say she's a realist, but she just keeps quiet, Wise said. Well then. Mind telling me how they made this, Deku asked. Gladly, Wise said. After telling Deku about the dust necklace, Wise then bought it. So, where to next, Deku asked. It's a surprise, Wise said. Then lead the way, Deku said. Wise then grabbed Deku's hand and took him to another part of Vale. They were now stood in front of a karaoke room rentals. Karaoke, Deku asked. Yep. I thought it'd be fun to sing songs together, Wise said. But I can't sing, Deku said. That doesn't matter, we're here to have fun, so it doesn't matter. But I'll give you some tips on how to sing if you want, Wise said. I will accept that offer tenfold, Deku said. Deku and Wise then entered the karaoke booth rental. One booth for 2 hours, please, Wise said. Okay, madam. You two are in room 10, the worker said. Thank you, Wise said. Now. No funny business, you two. The fine for such will be 1,000 lyon, the worker said. Deku blushed while Wise gave a look of confusion. Okay, Wise said. The two then went to room 10. Izuku. Do you know what that woman meant by no funny business, Wise asked. How, Deku said. When she said that, you blushed. So, you clearly know what she means, Wise said. Well, Wise. These places have a reputation for intimate activities, Deku said. Oh my. But why did she say that? It's not like we were, Wise asked. Because, as you said, we're attractive teens. And they've probably seen their fair share of intimate couples here, most likely even some Beacon students, Deku said. That's disgusting. Why would people do this, Wise asked. Most likely they don't get a lot of privacy in the Beacon dorms, Deku said. I know what you mean. How is it to have David and Evelyn participating in such things, Wise asked. So you can hear them too, Deku asked. Yeah. It's very embarrassing to hear, Wise said. I would tell them to keep it down. But that wouldn't do much, Deku said. I would assume so. So how are you and Penny? I mean, I haven't heard you two, Wise said. Well. We are just not ready. I don't know for Penny, but I am 16. And even though I'm legal due to being a hunter in training, I just don't feel comfortable doing it just yet, Deku said. I see. Enough about that though. Let's start singing, Wise said. Okay. So how do you sing, Deku asked. Well, for starters, you, Wise said. Wise then gave Deku some tips on how to sing. After that the two began to sing. Though Deku wasn't very do, he was quickly picking it up. That was very good, Izuku, Wise said. You really think so, Deku asked. Of course. You are much better than when we started. Thanks, Wise. You're a great teacher, Deku said, with a small blush. Weiss blushed at Deku's compliment. The two then heard moaning and the sound skin clapping together. "Oh my," Weiss said. "See what I mean," Deku said. "I don't want to see. Hearing is too much already," Weiss said. "You wanna leave even though we have 30 minutes left?" Deku asked. "Absolutely," Weiss said. Weiss and Deku then quickly left the karaoke booth rental, both a blushing mess. Shall we get something to eat?" Deku asked. "Yes please. I want to forget this," Weiss said. The two then went to the market to grab something to eat. What is this feeling?" Weiss asked to herself, as they walked to the market. Friday. Day 54. "So let's go over the plan again," David said. "With the exhibition matches, we have an excuse to invite your little red-headed stalker to beacon," Evelyn said. "That way, even if she goes aggressive, we will have support to restrain her. The teachers will be forced to intervene if something happens on campus," Penny said. "All that's left is to invite her and hope she takes the bait," Jack said. "And that last part is probably the most difficult," David said. "I wouldn't say so. Something tells me that it's going to be pretty easy. Like how we got our connection to the underworld," Deku said. "You really think lightning is going to strike twice?" Evelyn asked. "The chances of that happening are," Penny said. David's scroll then went off. "Hello," David said, answering the call. "Hello, big brother," Bella said. "Bella," David said. "Bella," Evelyn asked. "She's got your scroll number?" Penny asked. "You were saying," Deku said. "If I had a lion for every time this happened, I'd have 2 lion. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice." "But when did she get your scroll number?" Jack asked. Yes, it is weird and I don't know," David said. David motions for them to move to the class entrance and then puts Bella on speaker. "Big brother. Is everything alright?" Bella asked. Yes. It's just, how did you get my scroll number?" David asked. Howard took it off one of your teammates' scrolls when he searched your room," Bella said. "So that's what happened to my scroll that time," Jack said. "I see," David said. "I hope I didn't disturb you." "I tried to call you after classes," Bella said. No, we just finished with the last one." "It's alright," David said. "That's good. I didn't want to disturb Big Brother while he studies," Bella said. "Surprisingly thoughtful, for a nutcase," Evelyn said. "Evelyn, Sush," Penny said. "So, Big Brother, I was wondering if you wanted to meet up this weekend?" Bella asked. "Well, actually, this weekend I'm a bit busy. I'm going to be taking part in some exhibition matches for a preview of the Vittle Festival," and David said. "Oh my goodness. Can I come and cheer for you, Big Brother?" Bella asked. "Put the nail in the coffin now, partner," Jack said. "I'd really like if you did, Bella," David said. "Really?" Bella asked. "Really?" David said. "Big brother, I love you. I'll be in Beacon as soon as possible on Sunday morning." "Juts, can I bring a friend, Big brother?" "I kind of can't leave the house without her, at the moment," Bella said. "Sure. Is she as pretty as you?" David asked. Bella let out a long gasp. "Smooth, David," Evelyn said. "Ow. Evelyn, don't pinch me," David whispered. "Evelyn isn't doing the pinching," David Deku said. David looks to see that it was Penny, who was pinching him. "Big brother. You think I'm pretty?" Bella asked. "Yes," David said. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh," Bella squealed. "Sounds like we got ourselves a date," then Jack said. "Yeah. Though I wonder about this other girl she's coming with," David said. "Maybe Spider-Boy went for an image change?" Evelyn asked. "Somehow, I doubt it. Anyway, all we can do now is roll with the punches," David said. "That's the spirit. Remember to do that when you go up against Coco and Velvet, Deku said. Thanks, but I doubt that'll do much, David said. Deku was in the gym doing some cardio, to build up his stamina in preparation of Nora's workout session. Oh, cardio at this time of the day, Deku, Nora asked. Hey Nora, Deku said. I didn't think I'd find another fan of double showers. Or is it necessity that brings you here, Nora asked. Necessity, I guess. And what do you mean double showers, Deku asked. A shower in the morning is the perfect way to start the day. But if you exercise this late, it feels gross to go to sleep without cleaning up, you know. Nora said. Oh, I see. I guess you lack the time during the rest of the day then, Deku asked. Not exactly, it's just that. These extra sessions that I had to tack on because I perfected Ren's pancake recipe and... Yeah, Nora said. Oh, I see. I have to give up on those kinds of foods a long time ago. Anyway, what about a spotter, then? I feel like I have enough stamina to keep up with you, now, Deku said. Ha! What do you mean, Nora asked. After last time, I figured you have boundless energy in anything you do. And Ren suggested I increase my stamina before asking to train together, Deku said. Oh, yeah, of course. But since you've just finished and I still need to start, tonight, how about we rain check, Nora asked. Yeah, probably a good idea. I'll hit you up on your scroll and we can arrange a time, Deku said. Cool. So, good night, Nora said. Night, Deku said. Deku then left the gym. So, why exactly did Ren, Nora asked. Saturday. Day 55. Deku had decided to call Blake to distract her from her problems and get her to relax like he did last time. I can't believe I did that, Blake said. You really need to work on your greetings when you answer a call, Deku said. Shut up. This is all your fault, Blake said. If you say so. Mind if I walk while we talk, Deku asked. Nah. Mind if I lay down? I promise not to fall asleep this time. Wait, no, that was your fault, Blake said. Your teammates seemed to think so as well, Deku said. Oh gods. They freak out on you like they did on me, Blake asked. Their guesses for how it happened were, in order. Hypnosis, sleeping gas and magic, Deku said. Well, maybe it kind of was hypnosis. Like the one they use in therapy, Blake said. I guess so, Deku said. You did put me into a relaxed state, by making me focus on certain images, Blake asked. I guess remembering about that cat naps you used to take on the beach while you were sleep deprived kind of worked against you, Deku said. Shut up. Cat naps this, cat naps that, Blake said. You take naps in the sun curled up on a towel. And your beau could pass for kitty ears at a glance, Deku said. Don't call me a kitty, Blake said. Oh no. Whatever will I do when you hiss at me, Deku asked. Scratch you, maybe. That cat enough for you, Blake asked. Ow. Kitty has claws. I should call Hound Dog, Deku said. Hound Dog, Blake asked. That's what he goes by. And he's the guidance consoler from back home. Though he can be a bit hard to understand. When he gets mad, he starts barking, Deku said. Oh, really, Blake asked. Yep. So you better find a tree to hide in, Deku said. Stop it, Blake said. But Blake, Deku said. Don't Blake me. How would you like it if I called you? I have no idea what to call you, Blake said. Maybe Arm Destroyer. I have done a lot of permanent damage to my arms, Deku said. How permanent, Blake asked. Well, my right hand is crooked, and that's the lesser injury, Deku said. Really? I didn't notice, Blake said. Well, it is quite unnoticeable compared to my biggest injury. It left a huge scar on my right arm. Though it is covered by my clothes. You would only see it if I didn't have my blazer on, Deku said. Hey. If you did that, you'll have girls all over you, Blake said. Are you calling me handsome, Deku asked. Maybe not handsome, your face makes you more cute. But you are good looking, Blake said. You're good looking yourself, Deku said. Oh, I'm much more than just good looking, Blake said. Yet people tend to avoid you, Deku said. That's by choice. I need a break from intimate relationships. Last boyfriend wasn't exactly a clean breakup, Blake said. Sorry to hear that. Didn't want to make you think about something unpleasant, Deku said. Well, to be honest, it's kind of refreshing being able to at least mention it, now. Maybe soon I will be able to talk about it openly, Blake said. Cool, Deku said. Yes, cool. So, where are you right now, Blake asked. In the gardens. You, Deku asked. My room. I was thinking, Blake said. What, Deku asked. Do you want to come and maybe finish reading the book together, Blake asked. Okay, sure. Met you at the usual spot, Deku asked. Actually, the others are out, so we have to room to ourselves, Blake said. Okay, give me 5 minutes, Deku said. Great. See you soon, Blake said. Deku then went back to his room to grab the book before making his way to Blake's room. The two laid on Blake's bed reading out loud to each other, Deku reading the male character, whilst Blake read the female characters. They were soon approaching the end of the book, but the ending had something they didn't suspect. Smut. I'm so sorry, Izuku. I didn't expect this, Blake said. It's fine, Blake. We did choose the book together, Deku said. That true? Do you want to stop, Blake asked. I could give reading Smut a try. What's the harm, Deku said. Pure embarrassment from reading this stuff out loud, Blake said. Not the worst thing ever. Anyway, the first line is yours, Deku said. Please. Midori no Usagi. Sheath your enormous 12-inch katana in my tight naughty meat holster, Blake said. God. It's worse hearing it than reading it, Deku said. Well, you did agree to read, so get to it, Blake said. Yeah. Just give me a minute, Deku said. Take your time. Be a big brave boy, Blake said. Kuro Neko. Your meat holster. It's so tight. I'm gonna blow, Deku said. Well done, Blake said. I feel so dirty for reading that, Deku said. Honestly, I didn't think you'd go through with it, Blake said. What do you mean? You made me do it, Deku shouted. Did not. I only gave you a choice of disappointing me or reading that. Glad you chose the more entertaining alternative, Blake said. You got any bleach, Deku asked. Nope. There's no way I'm gonna let you forget this. And anyways, this is just the beginning, after all, Blake said. Deku sighed. The next few minutes of his life were going to be filled with memories he wishes he didn't have. End of chapter 17.